the boom bap traditional hip hop. I still heard verses where people were talking about God, like DMX, he praised every. I think Jill really taught me that I was a strong person. How can you love somebody if you don't love yourself? If you don't understand what love is? So a lot of the stuff that I was in, I felt like I couldn't get through. I felt like, man, this is gonna be my reality for maybe the next 2 or 3 years.
Whoa! Come back to another episode of Project 194. This is your host, Sammy D. I'm here today with a returning offender.
It's 2 times.
2 times.
It's 2 times.
But now, we got Sav Deneiro.
Yes, sir.
Everybody talk about this Sav Deneiro. We got Sav Deneiro. Man, what's going on, man?
Man, bro, I've just been locked in the studio, dog, honestly. Like, I just locked myself in for 6 months, bro?
6 months.
Man, just started working on some production. I've always been hyping up, my album, but this time I was like, man, I'm gonna take my time with it. I had to go through, a spiritual journey for this album. Bro.
Okay, yeah. Enlighten us. Speak a little bit more about that spiritual journey, because a lot of people keep saying that,
Yeah.
I want a spiritual journey. What is your spiritual journey, or what does a spiritual journey look like?
Man, honestly, to just summarize it up, it's some times where you go through depression. There's some times where you go through isolation, where you really can't understand where life really takes you. You know what I'm saying? You go through some traumatic experiences, and sometimes you don't know how to deal with those things. You know, and I had a big battle of depression. Of my inner thoughts, I was scared, bro. It was a lot of dark thoughts, and I was like, man, I can't live like this for the rest of my life. I can't keep doing this. So, man, one day, I don't know, God just talked to me, dog. It was this late. I had the first apartment that I got when I dropped this album. It was called This Week. It's on Apple.
I go download that right now.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that. Appreciate the streams. Thank y'all for the streams as well. But just recording that album, man, it was a lot of emotions that I went through. And that's why I made it this week, because I went through 7 different emotions, and I was like, I'm gonna make 7 songs. I felt depression, I felt anxiety, then I felt peace, because I was living by myself. It was a crib that I went and just got a whole bunch of inspiration on it. And at the same time, I felt happiness, because I was like, man, I got 7 songs out of these emotions. I did something with my art, I found an outlet, but all that couldn't happen done without God. That's why I made it my foundation. That's why I didn't put God in my content, because God got me out of those crazy things. Got me out of those experiences for real. I know a lot of people don't want to say that, but I'm one of those artists that I wear my emotions on my sleeve. So to God be the glory, man.
Okay, so in those 7 days, 7 songs, did you make the songs each day? Each day was a song, or was it a week process or a month process, or how did that go?
I think the concept, I had it for months. I was like, man, I just want to make a short album, a short, quick project, more like a mixtape. But when you put it out on Apple, it's considered an album. But I just wanted to make something that was 15 minutes worth of people's time. So with those concepts that I had for a month, I was like, let me just summarize it down and put it on 7 songs. 7 songs was a week. And that particular week, I'm happy to moved out of that crib, because I think I got all the inspiration I needed. It's a lot of life stuff that happened, and I moved into my new crib. And I'm telling you, man, God's real. I just heard that, and he was like, man, put them out of songs. All these emotions. I had them first as poetry, no beat. And then I just, from the poetry, I was started catching the melody. You know what I'm saying? Praise God. And came along and couldn't waste time. And I was like, man, let me not rap it. Let me put that melody in the key. And I put that over some 808s. And I put that over some drums. And then some songs I didn't even have no drums. So I was just like, you know what? I just want to rap airy, on some Griselda, West Side Gun, Benny the Butcher type of thing.
Yeah, that's okay.
And I inspired, and I think the last person I was listening to that week was this artist named Ben Riley. Ben Riley, he got this song called Photo Shoot. It reminded me of Kendrick so much, and I was like, man, that's what I need. I need that energy. But sonically, I wanted to sound like I'm a Pisces, so I wanted to sound like it was raining outside. You know what I'm saying? A beautiful storm. A mix of emotions, for sure.
Okay.
Yes, sir. First song I had on there was Man for the Weekend, and I started off I wanted something to sound like Michael Jackson, 80s, 90s Michael Jackson, Thriller, Black Jacket style. I had made that, I know I recorded the whole album in October, and that was Libra season. So I'm not too big on astrology, but that Libra season, I was just like, man, this energy came out of nowhere. feel like a Michael Jackson outside. And yeah.
Can you dance?
Nah, Deneiro can't bust no moves, man. Deneiro can't bust no moves, man. I'll do the two-step, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I might bust a name if I'm with my little nephew or something. But.
So one thing that caught my attention when you were speaking, you were saying that you kept giving up big ups to God. You kept saying God that tried this, and then you had a melody that said praise God.
Right.
So I was thinking, do you do gospel music, or is that something that you would transition to, or do you like what kind of music do you do for the people that don't know?
Word. So I would say I wouldn't necessarily call it gospel. I would call it healing music.
Okay.
I would call it music for people to grow through. You know what I'm saying? You could say it's gospel because I add God in it. I also like, you know, growing up, like the different substance of music that I was listening to, it was like you know, I would say like rap, right? People, because I'm from New York, I'm from the Bronx, so a lot of people would say the boom bap, traditional hip hop. I still heard verses where people were talking about God, like DMX, he praised every intro before album. I know that for sure, you know what I'm saying? So I think those aspects of God was just like, it's kind of one hit quitter, like I'm gonna say it, and then it's back to the boom, boom, you know what I'm saying? Guns, money, drugs, you know what I'm saying? But for me to put that to the forefront, I think that's what separates me as another artist. You know, that I have that foundation. Like I pray before I make a beat, I pray before I make a verse. That's like, I'm not faking it. So it's more of like an evident part of me that's just to the forefront. And I think it smacks people in the face, and that's what I wanted to do. Because like, you either gonna like it or you're not. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate both criticisms.
No, can you give me like the old school Will Smith, you know, back in the day? Because I was listening to your music before, you know, we started. And I don't think I heard you curse.
No.
And, you know, Will's like one of those artists that didn't curse.
Yes, sir.
Like he would give you a
whole bunch of,
a whole bunch of versatility. There was a lot of stuff, but he wouldn't curse. So it's like, okay, so I'm like, all right, cool.
Yes,
so like, so that brings me to another question. Like, where do you feel like music is going right now? Like, where do you feel like, you know?
I mean, honestly, man, I feel like for a long time, a lot of the content has been stuck in this one-dimensional type of box. You know what I'm saying? And there's no disrespect to those artists that make those turn up, quote unquote, turn up songs, right? Because I like turn up music. Like, bro, I used to listen to Future all the time in high school. I know all about Dirty Sprite mixtapes and Migos, you know what I'm saying? I think what really resonates with me as an artist is that substance. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So if I hear it about 50 times in a week, I don't want to hear that all the time. I'd rather have something to be like, I can hear that, but just put something else in the mix. Like, you know, I like gumbo, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta mix stuff up. It's a good recipe to make a good tasty steak. You know what I'm saying? You can't just survive on popcorn all the time. And like I said, no disrespect, but you know, sometimes a lot of music come and go, and especially in this age, in the 2020s, for real. That's true. But I see a lot of artists bringing it back home. You know what I'm saying? Bring it back to the land. Like, of course, you got people in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? You got Chance. I rock with Vic Mensa. Shout out to Vic Mensa. But you also got Benny the Butcher. Like I said, Westside Gun, Conway the Machine. These guys, they were just on Kanye's album. Westside was just on Travis Scott's album. So you can see the incorporation of like the substance or like the quote unquote old school mixed in with the modern music. I think we need a little bit more of that rather than just the same producer with 50 artists.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. I don't know, people probably asked you this question already, but if you was, okay, boom, next album, you create your next album and you have 5 open slots, who would be those 5 artists you put there?
That's a good question.
If budget wasn't a problem.
If budget wasn't a problem?
And it's like you got a deadline, you got a week.
I know I had a top 5 before. So my musicality has grown. My ear for production has grown. So I'm gonna say a couple of independent artists, and then you know.
I'm talking about all time, dead or alive.
Dead or alive. Alright, so we gotta put Jadakiss in there. Jadakiss never lacks on a verse, man. Shout out to Jadakiss from Yonkers.
Are those the order, or is that just 5?
Ah man.
Don't be scared.
Dang, bro.
God with you.
Said order. God. Praise God. Praise God, brother. Yes, sir. So, if I had to do it in an order, man, I would honestly say I'm gonna put Common as number one. Common is my OG for sure. Yes, sir. Shout out to Chicago. I always wanted a song with J. Cole. Always wanted a song with J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? So Cole, you know, if you're gonna watch this, man, you gotta work. Definitely gotta work. Budget wasn't a problem, man. We shooting for the stars, they went for the moon, dog. I'm gonna say like Bruno Mars, bro. My mom's like Bruno Mars. You know what I'm saying?
What Bruno?
For sure. You know what I'm saying? Or John Legend.
Or is he one of the three? Ain't no or. Is he one of them or not?
Alright, so we're gonna do Bruno Mars as number 3.
Okay.
We're gonna do John Legend at number 4.
Okay.
And then for like super rap, bro. Man, I ain't even gonna lie, man. My boy ASAP 12, man. Shout out to ASAP 12.
Okay.
ASAP 12 is my guy, bro. The Kids, what was his album, Kids Gotta Eat? Man, that silently, that's one of the best hip hop albums of last year. If y'all haven't heard it, y'all go listen to Kids Gotta Eat.
Okay.
That joint is fire.
That's your opinion?
That's my opinion.
Okay.
It's my artist that I'm here for.
Killer Mike might feel different.
Yo, shout out to Killer Mike too, man. Nah, that's dope. You feel so hip hop's not dead. You know how they say that? Like nonsense.
Yeah.
For real. Still striving.
So how do you feel about that though? About the him going to jail after he got his award?
Oh, come on, man.
Is that like the best?
Come on, dog.
How can you feel at that moment? Like,
bro, I'll feel distraught. I would feel distraught, but at the same time, I would feel happy though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, one, it's a God blessing. You got them Grammys, and he got out of jail as well. I would have been praying the whole time.
On the way there.
On the way there. Oh yeah, I'll be like, yo, man, get these cups off me, dog. Do you know who I am? I'm Killer Mike. I just won 3 Grammys.
Like, we know.
What you doing, bro?
We knew you was gonna win them before we arrested you. We just wanted to wait till you got arrested. We just wanted to wait till you got out. You ain't gonna win no more.
That's so profiling, right? You know what I'm saying? 40-year-old dude.
You was gonna win those.
Come on, man. Shout out to Killer Mike. That was silently one of the best hip hop albums too.
Okay, so look, speaking back to music. So is there a project you got out right now, or something you're working on, or you got something that you want the people to listen to? Or,
yes, sir.
What is that? Let the people know what it is.
So,
what
man,
you got going on, man?
Man, so I silently released 2 classic albums. As I mentioned before, this week. That's on Apple Music. It's This Week inspired by Virgil Abloh, and that was also an inspiration into the album too. So that's out on Apple. That's out on all DSPs, and I just released Freestyle Thursdays on DSPs as well. Trying to make sure that I can go and promote this album, promote the tape. I'm going to do Freestyle Thursdays Volume 2. It's coming out this month in March. Every single month, I'm going to hit y'all with a new album until the debut. So that was my surprise for y'all. So surprise.
Boom! You y'all hear that? And you know what? I rock with the Freestyle Thursday. I got a couple of joints in there I like.
Yes, sir.
What's the joints I like? I like I'm proud of you.
Yes, sir.
I like that.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
I like that. If I'm not mistaken, what was it from Jail to Star?
Jail to a Star.
Jail to a Star. I like that one.
Thank you, bro.
I like that. Those 2 I really like those.
Thank you, bro. I took my time on those beats. With that album, I just wanted the production to show. Like, I've been rapping for 10 years. So at this point, I'm just like, man, now that I'm locked in, I'm on my little Kanye, Mike Dean. Got an MPK now. You know what I'm saying? Got an Akai, MPK. Yeah, we taking it back to the days, bro. Back in the trenches.
So, what inspired the Just to a Star song? I have to ask that question because I like that. I actually like that song. That's one of the songs that I actually like. That one, and I don't know if it's another song that I like. I don't know if it's called Marietta.
Marietta 15.
Yeah, I like that song.
Thank you, bro.
I like that song.
Thank you.
Yeah, from Jail to a Star, man. Tell us, man, where did that come from? What inspired that?
Those were some real life experiences. I believe on the first song, the first bars that I had, or the initial bars I had on the song, I said, locked up in a cell, taught me everything that I need, but I couldn't tell the root of my problem start with me. Not searching for some trauma, just leave it alone. I guess you really find God when the times are low. I had really went to jail. And I remember having those 4 bars for about 2 years. And I was just always saying them in freestyles, you know what I'm saying? Just before I was to sound cool, then again, going through my spiritual journey, I was like, nah, man, put that as like, start the song off like that, and then everything else picks up. Told my future adios, weakness in my soul. Court date on the weekend and the judge never showed. Like, it was some things, I was painting a picture back in my head, just trying to go back into those times, make it to the song.
Court on the week? Is it court on the weekends?
Nah, man.
Damn, they tried to get your ass.
They try to get me there.
Ain't no court on the weekend. That's like Chick-fil-A on Sunday.
Judge never showed. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Judge never showed, man.
Judge never showed.
Judge never showed. Got postponed for like about 2 or 3 more months.
What?
Had to get out in December.
2 more months? So there was court on that Saturday?
I think it was a Friday. They really tried to finesse me, man. Yo, Cobb County, y'all ain't right, man.
Yo, man. Hey, man.
That was like, but that was about like maybe like, I think going on 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago. So I've grown since then. You know what I'm saying? I kept my nose above, my head above water. You know what I'm saying? No trouble for your boy. You know, be locked in the studio.
Okay, yeah.
But I just felt like that was something I had to, especially people who know my plight. I think that was something important for them to know. You know, if they never had a conversation with me about jail or just all those experiences, I think that one song for those 3 minutes could summarize that.
So, what did jail do for you? What did jail teach you? Like, what was that like a big experience? I know a lot of people put that in their music, like, if I didn't go to jail, this and this. If I didn't go to jail saved me.
Yeah.
Like, does jail really save you? Does it really? Is that where you went through your spiritual journey, or was that like a whole long process, or was that something that happened, or your spiritual journey happened after that, after your realization?
I think jail really taught me that I was a strong person. So a lot of the stuff that I was in, I felt like I couldn't get through them. I felt like, man, this is gonna be my reality for maybe the next 2 or 3 years. And those months that I spent in jail, that's when I really, you could say that's when I started my spiritual journey. I think that's when God started really showing me, like, this is your life. This is how you're living. You've been living like this. It's just catching up to you. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can keep living like this, or you could restart. Restart is gonna be scary because you're gonna lose friends. You're gonna lose a couple of family members, a couple of associates, you know what I'm saying? Resources. But with God, He's gonna bring you out of that, all that worry and that stress, and He's gonna put you in a whole different place where the resources gonna come to you. That new crib is gonna come to you. You gotta trust the process. You feel me? You ever had something happen to you where it's unexplained? Like, it's like, yo, man, why is this happening to me? Like, somebody's car set on fire, God forbid. You know what I'm saying? But maybe, but maybe that was meant because one, like, wherever you were going, you shouldn't have went. Maybe where they were going to, it could have been a worse disaster. You know what I'm saying? Could have been like people lost their lives. God forbid, you know? Or it could just been like, man, that car set on fire because you're about to get a new one. Next day you wake up, you got $15,000. You don't even remember how you got it, but God gave it to you. Feel me? Like, things, life is spiritual. And I think jail really taught me that, man, I have to see life through a spiritual lens now. I can't keep doing the same thing. The same thing is gonna like stagnate me. You feel me? Lower my confidence. I wasn't even making songs when I was in jail. Now we releasing albums. On months tops. So I feel like jail just it just gives me strength, bro. It taught me that I was a strong person. If I could withstand that, that ain't nothing. Life ain't nothing. You feel what I'm saying? As long as that I got God guiding me, good.
Okay. All right, that's good, man. Cause I don't know, man.
Life be hard, man. Life be life, man. You know, life be life, dog.
So okay, cool. I got a question, right?
What's good?
I don't usually ask people this question, so you know they be scared. So, what's your love life like right now, man? You married, single, in a relationship, any of that crazy ass
Big
shit?
Single, dog.
Big single. That's another thing. Okay, boom. So on your journey, like, was you single on your journey, your spiritual journey? Was you still dating? Was you still fucking? Was you still like? Right. I know you said there was no turning up, no partying, but what about the fucking? Was you still fucking? Cause I need to know. Cause my thing is like, cause everybody's spiritual journey is different. You know, everybody be like, oh, I need to cut this out, cut that out, cut this out.
Right.
Do you really need a guy out the fucking? Like,
man.
I know they say soul ties, but if you wear a condom,
Well, you know.
it still mess you up. I just want to know. I just want to know.
I mean, in the beginning of my journey, I definitely was still out there. You know what I'm saying? I was definitely active. You know, shout out to everybody I've had relationships with.
What the fuck? Shout out to everybody.
Oh man.
Shout out to the roster.
But really, I'm a gentleman. I'm a gentleman at heart. You know what I'm saying? My mom raised a good man. You know, I got sisters, so I definitely have respect for women. You know what I'm saying? I definitely make sure that anybody I've had relations with, we got a good cordial agreement. You know what I'm saying? If anything, we're friends. You know what I'm saying? Then I actually have friends.
Friends?
Yeah, friends, bro. Like,
what the fuck?
Like honestly, like you. Okay, so you know, even before that, like before I get into that, like the concept of love. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to get too preachy on you, right?
Nah, preach, brother. I want to hear this shit. You talking about some friends?
Right.
If we break up, I don't want to be a friend.
Right.
Bitch,
So check
don't
this
call
out.
my phone.
So check this out, right? So when people
talk about friends.
Oh man.
I don't want to be your friend.
Man. But yo, I'm gonna give you some game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the game is like the word love. A lot of people don't know the concept of the word love. Mm-hmm. Love is very misconstrued. You know what I'm saying? People don't know the concept of the word love. Love is very misconstrued. So like a lot of people will say, you know, I love you, but they don't know the whole concept of the word. You know, like in the definition of the Bible, like I believe in, you know, I say I read the Bible. You know what I'm saying? That's not to anybody's religion, but that's just something out of context that I take. You know what I'm saying? And it says love is patient and it's kind. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't envy, it doesn't boast, it doesn't have any wrongdoings. So if like love, if what you're feeling right now, like for another person doesn't fit those criteria, how can it be love? How can you love somebody if you don't love yourself? If you don't understand what love is? And that's what also I had to waken up on my journey too. It was like self-love. So even when I was, you know, I was doing my thing, I had to slow down on that. I had to start caring for myself. Like, man, why do I want to just, there's nothing wrong with sex, but why do I want to have sex with a whole bunch of women? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of energies, like you said before, soul ties. Like, that's really real, you feel me? Ever wake up one day, you just slept with a woman, been intimate with a woman, and next you know, you waking up with anger. You wasn't angry like 2 days before. You feel me? It's a lot of soul time in there. You don't know how many other people was involved in that relationship. Could be 5 other people you're not knowing about. And then that's when I started going through my thing, and I was like, man, I know I'm not an angry person. I don't want to be like this. I think I just need some peace. I think I need some time alone. And, you know, and that's why I still keep friends. I ain't no loner. I don't live in a cave, you feel me? Not like the Flintstones and whatnot, but it's very healthy. It's healthy for me. Sometimes I need that to recharge. You know?
No, that's good, man. And you know what? I'm glad you told me that because I had a lady tell me that. One of my close friends, she told me, she was like, "Love is love." I was like, she said, "Love is not a man. Love is not a woman. Love is not it's love."
Right.
And I was like, the hell are you talking about, lady? But no, for real. And I'm sitting here and I'm really thinking about everything. I actually been thinking about it for a couple of days now. Mm-hmm. It's like, damn, she's right. Love is love. And then sitting here having this conversation with you, saying kind of the same thing. It's like, damn. Mm-hmm. So my thing is like, I was asking her, I was like, because she was telling me something about, oh, you can't hate none of your exes. I guess that was a conversation that you can't hate none of your exes. I was like, I don't hate them. I just don't, you know. Right. I wouldn't say I don't care for them. Right. Would you just say that? Would that mean I didn't love them or I don't love them?
Nah, I think that.
The feeling changed?
No, I think that's when you use discernment. You know what I'm saying? As a person, to discern, like, of course you love them, but you know, there's maybe some things in the past that you wouldn't go back to them. You know what I'm saying? So always move out of love. Never move out of hate. Hate is what keeps you tied to that relationship. That's what fuels that relationship to explode and implode. You feel me? When you move out of love, you ain't doing no wrongdoings. Even if somebody's feeling a certain type of way about you, if you hit them with that love and that kindness, they may reevaluate in their thinking and being like, dang, maybe I shouldn't come to this person like that. Dang, maybe I gotta love myself a little bit more too. And then they start spreading love. And then that starts growing around. You feel what I'm saying? Hate is like a virus, bro. Everybody gets sick.
Hey, man. Y'all heard the pastor? Y'all heard him? I'm preaching up here. He ain't a savage. He might be a savage.
Just keeping it humble, man. Oh man, and I'm gonna do a name change coming up in 2025.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Snoop Lion has changed his name.
It's not gonna be Sav Deneiro no more. It's gonna be Fresh Deneiro. I started
Fresh. Hey man, I seen now.
You know
He seen now. You had my boy put that shit on, right? I see him now.
You feel me? I started off as Fresh Deneiro when I was a producer back in high school. You know, so shout out to everybody who's made music with me since like 2012, 2013, like it's all the way back in the day.
So what made you that? I guess the name. I would say the name change, but what made you go back to the old Sav?
Man, just experiences. I think I'll say like in 2018, I did this project called Still Pressure, and I was just trying to get on mainstream hip hop, bro. I was just trying to get on the radio. Just to be honest with you, I was trying to make songs that people could just be like, yo, I like this. You know what I'm saying? It could fit in the algorithm of like Playboy Cardi, Lil Uzi. I think those are the artists that was popping at the top prominent. You know what I'm saying?
How did that work?
It didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? I was very disappointed.
Because there's already a Lil Uzi out.
I was disappointed in myself because I didn't have versatility. And I was tired of all this because I wanted to be palatable for other people. Feel me? So when I did Still Pressure, I was happy that I had a project out, but disappointed in the quality, disappointed in the mixing, in the direction. It's not something that, you know what I'm saying, it didn't age like wine. You know what I'm saying? It rusted like dirt for real.
Would you go back and redo it if you could?
I think I have Still Pressure 2. Still Pressure 2 is an upgrade. I didn't cuss in Still Pressure 2. That was the first time I went from doing profane music to actually being more palatable. I wasn't even on my gospel, like a quote unquote, people want to say God time. You know what I'm saying? Well, I say my spiritual journey. I wasn't on my spiritual journey at that point. But those songs, I didn't cuss on them. I did one of my best songs I ever made. Ironically, it's called Made. And I did over maybe like 5,000 on Spotify like the first week. So I was like, yo, now you see what I'm saying? That's God. That's God, man. When you make that change, look, the blessings, you know? And I was comfortable too.
Okay, so this growth that, just sitting here having a conversation with Justin, there's been a lot of growth coming from you. So what is it if there's anything that you could tell a new artist, a new engineer, anything, is there any game that you can give them that you didn't get, or you would like to have gotten, or you wish you could have gotten when you first started? Is there anything that you would like? Is there anything that you could say or give them? What would you tell them? What would you say to them? Look in this camera right here and look in their eyes.
For any upcoming artist or producer, man, one, just know your foundation, bro. If you don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for anything. Don't let the money control your art. Don't let the money control your decision making. Always be true to your art. Always stand true and firm to God. And even if you don't believe in God, stand true and firm to yourself. Believe in your art. Number two, move smart. This industry is not meant for us. A lot of people is gonna make some money off of us. You probably get 10%, and then everything else goes to Uncle Sam. It's like working a job. The only difference is you work in a corporation and the government. Do not let these people control your life. Don't let them do anything that's gonna make you blackballed or blackball yourself. And number three, have the utmost confidence. Have confidence in yourself and people around you. Spread love. Do not spread hate. More love is gonna increase. As you are seeing now, the music industry is changing. Like, people want to say the gospel wave, right? But from what I see it's love. People are spreading the message. People are trying to cure people. There's a lot of people in this world that's hate. That's got some hate in them. They're hurting. They're hurting tremendously, and they're hurting in old age. It's time for us to change that up. You feel what I'm saying? It's a new generation, and I'm a part of that. So if anybody is down with the movement, down with the mission, y'all can follow me at Sav Deneiro. The Sav_Deneiro on Instagram, Sav_Deneiro on Snapchat, Sav Deneiro on SoundCloud, and you can also look me up on Apple Music and all DSPs. Hopefully we can collaborate, man. Go look at my email. Go check me out, man. Like, I got a whole bunch of things. I'm producing an album for my girl Diamond. Shout out to Diamond. You feel what I'm saying? We got some work coming in. My boy CR Ronte, we got an album coming up together too. I'll give y'all the title. It's called Deneiro Came Ready. It's me and him, and our worlds colliding. So we got that coming up, and I got the London tape coming up too. London tape is the debut album. So until then, y'all tune in for Freestyle Thursday Volume 2. I'm hitting y'all with another album every single first of the month. March is my birthday month, so you know this one gonna be super fire. If you like the last one, I just dropped a song today, Reveal Me, on SoundCloud. Y'all go pick them streams up too. That's gonna be on Freestyle Thursdays Volume 2. And as we mentioned, Still Pressure, I got Still Pressure 3 along the way. I don't got no date for that, but